G'day everyone, and welcome back to Sydney Trains Vlogs. Currently at Central Station. I'm actually just headed to work and just thought I'd do a bit of a travel and chat video. To start with, we're getting new trains. It's something that's been known for a little while now, but information has been, everything's been pretty quiet with these new trains. These new trains will be replacing the XPT, Explorer and Endeavour trains. And it has been revealed, a photo has been revealed of these new trains in an article of a company called Railcolor. I'll put that link in the description, and I'll also put the photo up here now and give you a little bit of information about these trains. Walking to my platform now while doing this voiceover. Here is a photo of what's going to be called the CAF Civity. That is the model of these trains anyway. It is the one on the right, the one in the New South Wales Trainlink livery. As I mentioned before, these trains will be replacing the XPT, Explorer and Endeavour trains. So there will be 3 variants of the CAF Civity. The same company that built our Airbus trams. And I know what some of you are going to say. I wonder how long it's going to take until they crack. However, I think that was just a very unlucky thing with the Airbus 3s and the cracking. But the CAF are usually pretty good with their trams, and so I've heard much better with their trains. So I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing this. Before I get back to my bit of travel to work, I'll also bring up something that also came to mind, because I like numbers and things. I wonder if these trains will get set numbers, like the rest of our trains, like, H43, that kind of thing. Another thing is that I wonder if these trains will get 3 different prefixes, like 3 different letters, as there will be 3 variants of this new train. The XPT replacement variant, then the Explorer one, and Endeavour. Unless they make the XPT and Explorer variant the same, which probably would make a little bit more sense. Obviously, they'd look mostly the same outside, each of these variants, so they'll pretty much look like the same train, but I guess that there'll be carriage differences, like, the XPT variant might have a buffet car, then obviously the first class, and I guess sleeper cars and things like that, but I guess that we'll see as time gets closer. Another thing is they are meant to arrive in the first quarter of this year, so somewhere between January and March. So you never know, one might just randomly pop up. That's some exciting stuff. And when the first one does get delivered and starts testing and things like that, which obviously won't be on the same night, but still, I'll do my best to get out and sort of get some footage of that. But very exciting times. But I'll get back to the video, the travel side of things, and have a bit more of a chat there. Right, so I've got H12 as my train.
First and last car of this service are quiet cars. Please keep touch with anyone who's making protocols. Please move to my car if you wish to do so. This is your 545.
ON 5912 for my car.
In 2 minutes.
I suppose it wouldn't be a typical video. You can see it in the reflection if I didn't have the coffee. But anyway, it'll be quite interesting when these trains are delivered. Of course, just like the D-sets replacing the V-sets, it will be sad when the XPTs, Explorers and Endeavours are replaced. But in reality, we do need to keep up with the times. We do need more modern trains, more reliable trains. That's just how it is.
There are 2 quiet carriages on this train.
But anyway, safety and reliability are the 2 most important things when it comes to these new trains. And the XPTs, especially, from what I keep seeing, are it's starting to, lose that reliability a bit. Even though they are an incredible train, they're a beautiful train, very fun to travel on. But they do break down a little bit. They do have quite a few issues. So yes, we're in the times where we need a new train. But yeah, they're built in Sweden, and you never know. There could be one on its way here now. Anyway, this is the 5:45 Newcastle Oscar. Just going to grab this to Epping. It is a mother of a hot morning. This morning, when I checked the weather, it was like 24 or something degrees, but it felt like 28. And that was before 5:15 as well, so it's quite warm. The humidity's not really helping either. All to be expected in summer, but it's just one of those mornings that are extra uncomfortable. Another thing I'll do is I'll add the Transport for New South Wales regional rail info in the description as well. This will give you an overview of the project with our new trains. But there will be 29 new trains, so I'm just trying to calculate now how many XPT trains and Explorer and Endeavour trains that there are all up, and hopefully it's a few extra, because I think we could do with a few extra regional trains. Made it to my bus stop. Didn't film too much of the trip this time. Just that I had a few things to do on the phone. But yeah, no, that's the gist of the new trains. As I mentioned before, I know that there's I guess a running joke, which I do find funny. Wondering how long it's going to take for these to crack because they're made by CAF. But I think that was just quite a bit of bad luck with the Airbus 3 light rail vehicles. That's all sort of mostly been fixed, I guess, at this stage. I do know there's a couple of the Airbus 3s still in getting some work done. I do trust that the Airbus 100s are all going well. Haven't heard of any issue with cracking anywhere in the world outside the Airbus 3s. To do with CAF anyway. But CAF are good at making light rail vehicles, and I've heard that they're much better at making trains as well. So very exciting. It'll be really, really cool to see these for the first time in person. It's always really exciting seeing a brand new train in person for the first time. I remember seeing the B-sets, the Mariungs, all that for the first time. I remember when I lived in Windsor seeing the PPTV, so the prototype or pre-production test vehicle Waratah A-set past my backyard, because I lived like right next to the rail line in Windsor as I was growing up. I'll cross that road in a minute. Seeing that for the first time, I just heard something weird. I just kept passing, and I could just see like the room light up. It was really bright, and so I looked out the window, and it was like this new Waratah, and I was just like, oh, this is mad. I literally just ran out the backyard just to see it. I think I've got video of that actually. I woke someone up, and I'm like, hey, new train. This is like 1 o'clock in the morning. Waking someone up that was absolutely not interested in trains at the time. But anyway, the point of that is seeing a new train in person. Yeah, and obviously when they do come out into service, I'll definitely book a trip on one of these trains, like the XPT variant anyway, and we'll also sort of take the other variants and see where they go, what they're doing, how they are, all that stuff. Film some of the testing and the usual. But anyway, that's all. I've just got to go across to Shell here to grab a coffee for the boss. Tempting to grab another one for myself, actually. It's one of those days. The humidity really takes the energy out. It sort of like doubles the energy consumption or something. At least that's what I think it does. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, favorite the video, and I'll catch you all very soon. Bye for now.